G'day guys, today we're going to be making this crispy noodle salad. I call it Asian noodle salad, but you can call it whatever you want. It's quite easy to make. All the instructions are on the back of this Chang's noodle packet. So here we go. So basically we've got spring onions. These spring onions usually find you throw more of them out than you actually use, so just get a little bit. This is called a wombok. I usually only use half of them because half a wombok will fill a salad bowl. But if you're making it for more people, just be prepared. You're going to probably need 2 salad bowls. The slivered almonds, pretty expensive honestly, but they do make the dish. Some caster sugar, vinegar, some olive oil and some soy sauce. Okay, so now we'll make the dressing. Like I said, all the instructions are on this packet. It's a quarter of a cup of white vinegar. I just got 1 cup here. I go by the theory of a recipe is just a guide, so I don't get too anal about measurements, but you know, obviously close is good. So quarter a cup of vinegar, quarter of a cup of caster sugar, half a cup of olive oil, which admittedly does seem a lot, but it all works out in the end. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Now, I don't have a tablespoon, I'm just gonna wing it. So, I've started the heat there. Just bring it to the boil, make sure you stir it. So, I've stirred it, it seems to be combined now. I'll just wait for a couple of bubbles to come up. And then we'll just let that cool before we add it to the salad. Okay, after you've made the dressing, the next step is to toast your almonds. Now you can do them 2 ways. You can do them on the stove or in the oven. But I found with these toasting of almonds, you've got a small window between being toasted and burnt. So I just put them on the stove so I can actually keep an eye on them. So yeah, about 100, 150 grams. Alright, they look to be done. So we'll just take them off the heat. Just remember, they're probably going to keep cooking in the pan. So just you can either just put them into a bowl or just keep them in the fry pan, just keep a look. Okay, so we'll cut up this cabbage. So first things first, get yourself a good knife. Now, a butcher mate of mine gave me this knife, and it is one of the best knives. If you can get your hands on something like this, it makes it so easy in the kitchen to cut meat and to cut vegetables. All right, so let's just cut it in half. So we'll cut this end, get rid of that. Now we'll just cut this into 1 centimetre bits across. Now it's up to you guys if you really want to wash it. Generally I'll just see if there's a bit of dirt and stuff in it, yeah, I'll wash it, but generally you don't really have to. Alright, now we just whack it in that salad bowl. Next we'll cut up the spring onion. Okay, so we just cut them up into little bits. Generally just try and do some sort of ratio. You don't want to overburden the salad with this stuff, but just probably 2 to 4 stalks, depending on how big your salad is. So that's probably heaps of spring onions for this salad. So we'll just throw them in the bowl. We've cut up the veg, we've made the dressing, we've toasted the almonds. So that's pretty much it. So now it's just combining all the ingredients. You can use whatever ratio you like. Some people like it with more noodles, some people like it with more nuts, some people don't like it with too much dressing. I'm just going to make it how I like it, but you just make it how you want to do it. So first things first, generally I add the dressing because I want to cover all the cabbage. So after the dressing is cool, we just give it a bit of a stir. And like I said, you just add as much as you think you'd like. Okay, so once the dressing is in, we just give it a bit of a toss around, make sure it's all mixed in well. All right, beautiful. So now we'll get the nuts. Like I said, whatever ratio you want. Just sprinkle it on top. And now the noodles. The noodles, I generally don't add the whole packet because there's actually a fair few noodles in these packets. So. Okay, and there you go. Okay, crispy noodle salad, Asian noodle salad, whatever you want to call it, that's it. That's good. And just remember, whatever you take it easy.